Hello everybody and welcome back then to the penultimate event here in the Simraceway Sunday race-off. It's going to be a thriller. If the last race is anything to go by, you do not want to miss it. My name's Liam Jenkins. I'll be calling all of the action for you right here this evening. Thank you so much to all of you who've tuned in this far. This is going to be the one you want to watch, the 900 to 1000 skill quad. The race in which, if I entered, I would find myself racing in, because my skill quad is 938 for a fun fact. So there's my talent roughly. I wouldn't say talent, I think it's just luck most of it, because I'm the worst driver alive. But we're into qualifying. Our current pole sitter is NASCAR Fan 24 on a 128.271. Daniel C second, Dimitri Giannopoulos, the keyboard racer, in P3, the Stig 13 in 4th, Mr. Jones in 5th, Luke Sky 80 P6, Bill 79 in 7th, PA in 8th, Lazarus in 9th, Malox 10th, the Magico 11th, Luigi 12th, and Bulls in 13th, with Tiago going to be in 14th when he sets the time. So a full grid then for the penultimate event, if you will, the second highest skill quant. Should be some very competitive racing here, very respectful, very clean normally, these Evos, and we really can't wait to get this one underway. Final few minutes of qualifying then. And now it's going to be the time to set your time, because NASCAR 24 fan already has himself 0.66, well, 0.06 seconds over Daniel C. So it's not that much. However, NASCAR finding some traffic at the moment, so we'll see what happens in that situation. He's trying to get his way past Daniel C, ironically. So Daniel, who's only 600th of a second behind him, he needs to really try and get himself back up there. He's not that far away. He's being stalked by the current pole sitter, which really doesn't help at all. Can add a lot of pressure. He needs to try and not give the current pole sitter a slipstream and able to extend his lead. If I was him, I'd maybe back out. But at this stage in the session, it's maybe a bit late for that now. So let's just try and see who the movers and groovers in this session are. Bull 666 was doing a nice power slide through there. That's a consequence, went a bit too wide in P10. But NASCAR and Daniel still going together, almost like a little two-car tandem they've got going there. Daniel in the lead, actually gaining 3 cars. That could be an issue. They're gaining on those 3 cars, and those 3 cars could quite easily hinder them as... Oh, NASCAR, a bit of a nudge. Trying to maybe throw him off course. But as they come down the straight then, Daniel C crosses the line. And he's now P3 as Lazarus goes first. So Lazarus at the top of the time sheets at the moment. A hell of a good job there for him. With 1 minute left on the clock, that was a very late move. But that could be the move he so needed as well. Great job there by Lazarus 16. Dimitris Giannopoulos looking strong there in P4. Bill 79 also in 5th. Mr. Jones in 6th. And the Stig in P7. The Magico looking fairly good there in P8. Luke Sky 90, or 80 I beg your pardon, in P9. So this P8, 11th Bulls, 12th Luigi, 13th Malox, and 14th Tiago. But, oh, Dimitri goes fastest! In the final minute, Dimitri, 300th quicker! We said this was going to be the close session. Dimitri, racing on a keyboard, beats Lazarus by 300th of a second. My God, that is a very quick time as well. A 1:28.1. The times are improving. We've seen 1:31s in the first race, 1:30s, 1:29s, now low 1:28s. Question is the pole sitter going to change? Where's Lazarus? Not there. He can't improve. Mr. Jones might be able to after jumping up to P3. NASCAR fan can't. Daniel C can't either. Tiago's out as well though. Bill 7 Z9's about to come across the line. Oh, he goes first from P7. Bill 79. Oh my goodness me, this race is going to be mental. From P7 to P1, 0.3 of a second. From P5 to P1, 0.2. Wow. I think that's just about the end of this qualifying session. We've got one more driver on a lap, I think. Yeah, Tiago's just coming in towards the final hairpin now. This is the man we needed to watch. It was P7 last. Oh, he's messed it up, I think. He's taken way too much time in that corner. That's going to be the one. And unfortunately, Tiago cannot get it done, I don't think. Okay, I was wrong. He goes third. I was wrong. A great effort there, but what a grid. Dimitris takes pole position in the final stages. Bill second, Tiago third, Lazarus in fourth, and Mr. Jones in P5. It's a close grid. You could not separate these guys if you tried. We'll see you very shortly with the full race. Okay, so we're back live for the Sunday race off, and this race could not get any more close if you tried. Dimitri beeps his horn. He knows what's coming. 13 seconds could be the race to define his Simraceway career thus far. 5 seconds left as the engines roar into life. So here we go then. We have 4 red lights. Now we have 3. Back to 2. And now we have the penultimate race of today. We're a pole star there by Lazarus as the field powered their way through turn 1. And look at that, there's so many blue cars there. It's almost like the Smurfs have entered the race. That's caught me by surprise a bit there. And Dimitri's powers into turn 1 and he holds the lead. Bill 79 second. Lazarus fighting with Mr. Jones there over P3. As the field stream their way through the next complex of corners. Lazarus trying to overtake Jones. He's on the inside. I think he's got a trap position there. And I think that may be job done. Yes, it is. Good job. So into the next corner. And already Lazarus has maybe got that one figured out. Yes, he has. Daniel C there waiting to pick up an error, so not too much of a good start there by Daniel, a NASCAR fan. The two guys who were inseparable in qualifying are unfortunately separated by quite a bit now. NASCAR closing the gap though as it comes towards the end of the first lap. And Bull 666 trying to attack Mr. PA now. And a bit of a wiggle there from NASCAR, I think, because you can see Jones attacking Lazarus in this early stage and trying not to get excited because I know by the end of this race, I'm pretty sure I'll be screaming no matter what. This is a pass. Oh, bit of a nudging fact there as Luke Sky tries to get past the Magico, but the Magico gets the better of him as they go through and complete lap number 1. The start of the second lap, it's Dimitri's in the lead, Bill in second, Lazarus third, Jones in fourth, Daniel fifth, NASCAR sixth, seventh is Mr. PA, 8 balls. DiMaggio and Luigi fairly close together as well. That rear end back is very close, in fact, from 12th all the way up to the front. And off goes Mr. Jones, slamming through one of those signs as the rest of the field, in fact the whole field's very close together. PA side by side there with ball 666, who's had a tremendous start thus far. As we come towards the end of lap number 2, Dimitri still in the lead, hanging on from Bill 79. We're not too sure how much longer he'll be able to. Bill is all over him, swarming back and forth right now. And now really it's just a waiting game as Bill goes to the outside. You've got to be careful you don't make an error. Dimitri holds that inside line, hugs it with absolutely everything he's got. Does not want to surrender this position right now. However, just taking a look, Dimitri's barely holding on there. It's almost like a Dimitri's crew ganging up on him now. Quite a lot of cars. In fact, they that's the entire field. That's how close this race is. All separated by just 6 seconds. So incredible scenes here at Sonoma in these early stages. The Dimitri from Bill as the field streamed down now into that all-important little flick as they stream back on. No passes into it this time though, a bit of snow coming up. But still Dimitri leads, second place Bill, Lazarus following suit very nicely in third. From Jones fourth, Daniel C in fifth place, and then the rest of the roaring Evos. As they make their way in towards that hairpin and coming out the other side, you've got to feel it's still going to be Dimitri who's going to be in the lead. I think it may be indeed. Let's just keep an eye on the hairpin, make sure there's no one clipping those tyres or anything. Luigi behind PA. There's a bit of a contact with the wall here, I think, with PA, but nothing too major. We're hearing a few argy-bargies here and there. Dimitri's still in the lead. Bill very much all over him. Dimitri's handling the pressure very nicely, it has to be said. He's really not giving up any positions at all. And there is Mr. Jones fourth, trying to chase down Lazarus, Daniel and NASCAR. Again, inseparable these guys today. Ball 666 PA, off goes Luigi, DiMaggio, Luke Sky and Malox in P12. One retirement so far, and that is Tiago. After missing the 1 minute session countdown, he did not make the race. But a tenth of the way through, and still a very familiar face up front of Dimitri's after a first, I believe, Sunday race off victory. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Dimmy could really be at the top of his game right now. Our own Dimmy Raikkonen, as he's so called. At the front of the field with very stern driving at the moment. Bill 79 is not going to try and let him through. And off goes Mr. Jones in the background, and again Sonoma really punishing the tiniest of mistakes. And he's not having it easy, is he, Dimitri's today? If we take a look at that rear wing at the moment and the swarm of cars that are behind him, it really is a very, very intimidating scene. Bill 79 tucked up right underneath, just a matter of tenths of seconds away. Trying up the inside, almost there, but Dimitri's got enough courage to hold his line. And he's literally almost touching his bumper there. Dimitri's driving a flawless defensive race. There's nowhere Bill can go. Lazarus P3. Keeping a close eye, waiting for a mistake, as is Mr. Jones. The rest of the field are slowly separating out into their own little groups now, and that is what the beauty of this track does. But it has been a tremendous effort by all parties involved so far. Dimitri now really trying to attempt the move perhaps as Bill 79 comes under pressure. Bill is all over him. Dimitri needs to think fast to make sure he has that inside line going in towards that final hairpin. Because right now, Bill is very, very controlling, it seems, in this battle. Dimitri goes into it. No, and a bit of a scuff there for Bill as he hops and bounces over that apex. Dimitri, again, perfect braking. Lazarus and Jones getting closer to Bill, in fact, now, because of that repercussion, just trying to keep an eye on the rest of the field as well. They're all very close together. As they'll go down the main straight, it's still looking like a very familiar face up front. Through the final corner come the rest of the field then. PA doing a good job. Then you've got Luigi, followed by DiMagico, Luke Sky, and then of course right at the back of the field is going to be Malox, who's not too far away at this stage either. But Dimitri and Bill, still nothing to separate these two. This is anyone's race. When I say anyone, I mean anyone, because right now, if you take a look at P7, who's Bull 666, he's only 5 seconds off of our race leader. So really, barely any time at all separating the field at the moment. But Dimitri giving it everything in his power right now as he comes down in towards that all-important final hairpin once again. In front of Bill 79 for how much longer, we're not sure. Bill just cannot seem to get it to go. He's off and struggling back on track. And he's given it his all. Careful of that pit barrier. Oh, is he going to cut underneath? I think he might. Dimitri was never going to let that one go away though, was he? He holds that position. And Bill stays in P2 at this stage. It has been a very, very important race for Dimitri so far. He's driven so well. And I think that is just testament right now as Bill 79 is getting closer and closer. You can really see that as well. He's getting so much closer right now as he almost looks to the inside. And all over that rear wing now as they power down the hill in the inside. And he can't quite make it stick. He's trying everything he can right now to make something go. But he just cannot get the power he needs. And Luigi's received a penalty. As Bill is doing absolutely everything is at the halfway stage. There is nothing separating these two drivers. Bill is just constantly bump drafting and Dimitri reluctant to give in to the pressure. They've pulled away from Jones and Lazarus in a battle of their own right now. Bill's trying up the inside. And still Dimitri is able to hold his ground. And Bill sneaks up. Bill sneaks up. He messes up. He's cut right across. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. He gets it going again in front of Lazarus, but Lazarus and Jones maintain their position. And that could have been close. Dimitri from Bill, the gap now over a second because of that. Bill finally went for a move and he just could not get it to go. Dimitri was too defensive and that was just never going to happen through there. And a bit of a wobble for Lazarus. Mr. Jones there as well, trying to keep check. But then we've missed out that entire midfield battle. So you've got Dimitri's and Bill where the action's been focused so heavily. So we've got Lazarus and Mr. Jones. We've got Daniel and NASCAR fan followed by Bulls. Those guys are all very close together. There's a lot of battles which haven't been settled yet in this halfway stage. Dimitri finally gets a sense of clean air and it really must feel like he's driving an entirely different racetrack right now to be that far in front. It's only 0.7 of a second, but to him it is a true sense of relaxation. He's got a big gap now to the cars behind. Bill 79 second, Lazarus still third, but Mr. Jones looking a bit more aggressive now as the race wears on. Look at that as well, that's a NASCAR fan making a mistake, Ball's almost punishing there. As a NASCAR fan just about holds on, and it's been a very tense day for him indeed. He's been separated by minuscule amounts of time by other drivers, and that can be said for the whole field. There's been nothing separating these guys today. They've been absolutely flawless. And as this race really does continue its path down the road, we're over halfway now, we're on lap number 9 out of 14. But the race just keeps picking up. The action never comes to a halt. And that is something very, very key. Everyone's given so much to this race today. And that truly is evident. But as the field separate out a little bit more now, the drivers starting to get into their groove. They don't want to throw anything away at this stage. They've only got a handful of laps left to go. And it's Dimitri's followed into the final corner then by Bill 79, still holding his position. The rest of the field really are following suit at the moment. And that is a very wide going to Magico there, actually. I think Luke Skye was almost able to take that position from him. The action's come in little chunks, I'd say, today. It's all been very tense, very tactical racing compared to the race previously. The one was supercharged, full of adrenaline, full of action, drivers eager, showing that racing blood, that instinct of a young driver to get in. This is more like kind of almost like a Le Mans experience. They want to try and get themselves in as much as possible, make sure it's tactical and not risk losing anything too big. They want to try and make sure that they make the right decisions at the right time, and that is what these drivers are doing here today. They've done a supreme job so far, and I'm sure that is only going to continue as the race wears on. But as the field circulates through the chicane, you've got to wonder how much pace has Bill 79 got. Can he finally perhaps put a move on Dimitri Giannopoulos? Dimitri started from pole position by such a minuscule amount of time. He still finds himself leading this race at the moment. But now look at Lazarus. Lazarus right on the back of Bill 79. Here he goes up the inside. Challenging move, and they're side by side. And this really is getting tense. You can almost feel the tension. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. It is so unbelievably tense out there today. These drivers on the edge of their seats must be sweating buckets. I'm sure the hot weather's not going to be helping them either. Only a handful of laps to go. Dimitri's has got himself a comfortable 8/10 lead at this stage. Bill's second, Lazarus in third. Mr. Jones still P4, looking strong. Daniel 5th. Balls still following him in P6. 7th is NASCAR fan. 8th, Mr. PA. 9th, Luigi UR. 10th, the Magico. And Luke Skye in P11, with Malox sitting in a healthy P12. Unfortunately, I have had a bit of a game crash, but I don't think today's going to be that big, so I'm fingers crossed I can bring you up-to-date coverage. But right now it seems that Bill's really kind of pulled that gap back, so either Demetrius has made a mistake or somewhere along the line Bill's found some newfound pace, because right now it seems that Demetrius' gap is slowly diminishing again, and that's not what we want to see at this stage. It's really starting to perhaps hinder him now. Dimitri's still holding on at this stage, Joe. He's done an incredible job so far. Just 2.5 laps to go. And I've got to be saying, checking out the stream now due to my game crashing. No fear, C, you, sir, are a mastermind of these cameras here today. A very, very good job on them. And a lot of people are impressed, but you deserve all of the praise you're receiving. It is a very good stream. The cameras are absolutely flawless. And as this race is really now starting to draw to a close, the penultimate lap is almost underway. Still, Dimitri leads by just over a second. Bit of action there as well into that final corner. That was PA and Luigi getting a bit side by side there. But as Dimitri powers his way through, he may have gone a bit deep. Bill is pressuring him all the way. This could be a photo finish. Bill just needs to bide his time at this early stage. Because you never know what's going to happen. Bill does not want to repeat what happened last time. He's been fighting tooth and nail to chip away at that lead. It's been a very tense section for him, exactly. He's tried absolutely everything he can right now, and it just hasn't quite happened. And look at this as Bill 79 pressures Dimitri coming in towards that final corner once again. Bill is throwing that car around, a great onboard view. He's really ragging at that steering wheel. It's like when you throw a dog a rag toy, it just rips at it, throws it around, shakes it around. That's what Bill's driving style reminds me of. Very aggressive, very fast, very, very strong. As Lazarus tries to follow suit. Technically, any one of these top 5 can still come out a winner. Bill goes a bit wider, power sliding the way around. We're not doing a top gear performance, says Bill. Just try and bring the car home at the end of the race. So the final lap is underway then. Dimitri surely going to have this one under wraps, but nothing is for certain. He would have been the only driver to start from pole and take a victory here today so far. So let's just see what happens then, because right now it's looking to me like I think Dimitri can grab hold of this one if he plays his cards right, and those cards are being played, but Bill 79 may have a couple of aces up his sleeve. You had a look down there, and now he sends the assault. Here he comes down the outside. Dimitri's going to be able to fend that one off. Surely Bill goes back under the inside, and he's going to make the move. Surely they're side by side for the lead. Dimitri doesn't want to give up. Bill doesn't want to give up, and Bill's in the lead. Bill secured it. Realistically now, Dimitri's got one more shot to try and take that lead back from him. At the final stages, it has all come crashing down for Dimitri's. Can he get him into the final corner? He's gone way too wide. And he needs to try and get a cutback or something, because Bill otherwise is going to take a surprise victory. The art of suspecting the unexpected. The ultimate opportunist. Bill 79 wins it today on the 1000 skill quant race. Dimitri second, Lazarus third, Jones in fourth, Daniel C in P5, Balls in sixth, seventh NASCAR fan, eighth Mr. PA, ninth will be Luigi. You are, we're assuming. Indeed it will. 10th, the Magico. And then 11th place will be Luke Sky 80. 12th place, meaning then that will be the man who's been a bit quiet today, Malox. But nonetheless, what an exhilarating race that was. Right at the final end, Bill 79 pipped Dimitri's to a victory. If you like what you've seen here, guys, be sure to stick around. There's plenty more action in just a few moments' time, where we've got the final race of this evening coming underway. The 1000 to 1100 skill quant race. So the very best drivers in Simraceway do battle over 16 laps here at Sonoma. You don't want to miss it, but from me, Liam Jenkins, I'll see you shortly.